welcome to Puddle Glum's Music Collection. How are you doing today? I'm Marty Phillips. I'm going to go over some limited run vinyl today with the band called Bloodgood. If you're not familiar with Bloodgood, they started in the 80s. They started around the same time as Stryper. They were a Christian artists in a band. Stryper came out about the same time, but they were in the the LA scene or wherever, and Bloodgood was up there in Washington State. So that's where these guys are from. And limited run vinyl just did some reissues of their first two albums. The first album, Bloodgood, just called Bloodgood, and the second one was Detonation. Now the first Bloodgood was helped production-wise by Daryl Mansfield. If you don't know him, he's a blues harmonica player. Started out in the 70s in Christian music, one of the first gentlemen to do rock and roll and Christian lyrics. So Daryl Mansfield had a lot of input in the first Bloodgood album. And of course they were part of Calvary Chapel, just like Daryl Mansfield is. Calvary Chapel is a church that came out of the Jesus movement in the 70s. So when Stryper and Bloodgood came out, it was a type of new, it was glam metal at the time. Stryper was more of the softer side of that, and Bloodgood was a little more. I always thought Bloodgood was going to end up being more like a little more speed metal because of songs like Live Wire and Black Snake, and I was hoping they would take that direction, but after a few albums, they kind of went more softer direction, which was fine. They sounded great. Yeah, these first two Bloodgood albums were great. Let me show you the first one. Now, what I like, Girder reissued these. Not only did Scott Waters, you might want to go to No Life Till Metal videos and check out his stuff. He does a lot of graphics for a lot of these albums that are coming out, and it just pops more. I like what they did with the, hopefully not getting too much of a glare on that, but it just pops more. I like the feel of what they chose for the texture. And what I like is they always do these gatefolds. So these are the gatefold, and they got the lyrics. And now this one was really cool. Usually I get the black vinyl, but sometimes I get the color because I think it's cool, or it's all they have available. So that was kind of cool. It's got the black and the red. So that's really nice. And it sounds great. They remastered it, but it's very quiet in the background. You can crank it. It took off some of the harder edges. In the beginning of this album, they just do "Accept the Lamb of the Living God." They scream it. A little harsh on the CD and some of the other albums. It just made everything sound better. I don't know what they did, but the remaster was great on it. A lot of times those remasters make everything a little harsher, a little hotter, and this is pulled back a little so you could really crank it, and it sounds great. So that's the first Bloodgood. Accept the Lamb, Stand in the Light, Demon on the Rung, Anguish and Pain, Awake, Soldier of Peace, You Lose, What's Following the Grave, Killing the Beast, and Black Snake. Those are the songs. And of course, you got Les Carlson, Michael Bloodgood, David Zaffaro. If you ever get any of his solo stuff, they re-released a lot of his solo stuff on CD. He's a great singer too, David Zaffaro. So you might want to get his stuff. A little more poppier. A lot of guitar solos. He's a great guitar player. So you might want to get David Zaffaro's solo stuff. He left the band after 3 albums. And JT Taylor on drums. So that first one is really good. And it sounds better on here than I think it ever has. So that's the first one. Of course, what's also awesome about these is you get the big posters. 24 by 24. I'm not going to pull it out for you, but you get the gist of it. It's the band back then when they were young and wearing their costumes. And the second one is Detonation. Hopefully Limited Run Vinyl still has some of these, so you can buy them. Go to limitedrunvinyl.com. They might still have some. I don't know. They don't make very many. You got to order them ahead of time, and then I just got them. I've been waiting a long time for these, and they just came in a little bit ago. I do like the Detonation. This is probably their most popular album they've ever done. This has the songs Crucified and Messiah. If you ever saw this, if you ever have seen, or if you saw this band live, you know they do a lot of dramatic things, and you know they do the whole crucifixion and the, you know, everything. So you know this has Crucified and the Messiah on here, and some really heavy songs on here, and along with harmonies, and they're just a great band. And here you got your gatefold. It's just some good heavy metal. Got some good old shots in there. Now, I thought I picked a different color with this, or maybe this color just ended up being different. But maybe I did pick this color. I'm not sure. It's kind of like a lime yellow, sort of. It's got a little red in there. What's that? Oh, a little felt. Okay. All right. I did clean this. Don't touch your records, everybody. All right. So there it is. It's kind of a, I don't know, meringue maybe? I don't know. It's supposed to be more of a greenish yellow maybe. I don't know. I thought I'd pick a different color, but that's cool. That's cool looking. And this also came with the poster. These posters are huge. So I really can't show them to you, but getting a lot of reflection today. I don't know why. Got to place the lights better in this room. But yeah. Oh, Bloodgood. That is a big poster right there. Alrighty. So if you go to limitedrunvinyl.com, they're also putting out some the Resurrection Band on Light Records, if you've ever heard of them. They've got the 3 albums on Light Records called Colors, Mama Don't Love Daddy Anymore, and DMZ. They are re-releasing those gatefold posters like that if you want to get those on Limited Run Vinyl. I just got some Bride, if you know who Bride are. A lot of these bands were when I was growing up. These are things in the 80s. Now, if you look back, like Bloodgood and Stryper started this whole new, the heavier metal stuff that was coming out and made it really big. Before that, you had bands like Resurrection Band, Res Band, same thing. Jerusalem, you had Daniel Band, you had Bride, you had all these bands out there. Not a ton of them, but they were there, and they're the ones that started the whole wave, along with Petra and everybody. Petra were they were a little heavier in the early days, and they were a little more organic. Had some Southern rock elements to them a little bit. You know, all these bands started something. They were people that had, many of them had come out of the drug scene, or they had become Christian, but they were just doing this music. So they added the lyrics, the biblical lyrics with them. And that's where it all came from. It took a while for the church to accept that. I mean, really, there's nothing in the Bible what kind of instrument you can use or whatever when you're playing music, but you know, the church sometimes gets a little legalistic. But these were, this was a great band live. I've seen them on right when they were starting the Detonation tour, I think in Michigan, and then I've seen them at Cornerstone many times, all that stuff. So yeah, if you're interested, go to limitedvinyl.com. I don't know if they have any more, but if anybody else is selling them out there, I suggest you get these, because they just sound amazing. I was surprised at how good they would. I didn't think they would sound this great. I like it when they don't punch the levels way up, you know, and it just sounds better on your turntable. And they have, if you're interested in Bride, they also have some of the 2 more popular Brides on there right now you can buy on vinyl. So that's that. And I'm going to be back later with some more things. So my name is Marty, Puddleglum's Music Collection. Hope you have a great day. Stay safe out there.